Welcome back everyone, this is Mondo all day, back to another video, and in this video I'll be doing an overview of two of the gold label sketch edition figures. This is going to be from the Entertainment Earth exclusive figures. We have here the Comedian from the Three Joker storyline and Batman Who Laughs from the Dark Knights Metal storyline. As always, I'll be talking about the figures itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth you purchase or not. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at front of the box with the Joker. I should move this into the side. Front of the box. This side, you can see that. The back, which I really like this art. The other side, which is plain, just has a scan code. Top and bottom, and without the cover it looks like this. Put that over there. Front of the box looks like for Batman Who Laughs. Let me put this over to the side. There you go. This side, the back, the other side, top and bottom. And again, I'll show you without the sleeve. Boom, you can see what it looks like without the whole sleeve. Alright, now let's take a look at these figures outside the box. As always, they do come with a card. The front of the card looks like for the Joker. The back of the card. And as you can see, I got 441. It does come with a card stand, which is very plain looking, typical we've seen, and of course just going to be white and black. And I'll put the card, slide it in, just like so. And for Batman Who Laughs, of course it comes with a card. Front of the card looks like. The back of the card. And I did get 697 out of 3,000. And the same thing, it's just going to be a card stand. But it is a little different though. I mean, you can see the DC logo. This is different. So that's pretty cool. I like it's a little bit different, even though they're similar. So little details like that, I appreciate it, McFarlane. So thank you for that. And there you go. They both come with accessories. So the Three Jokers one does come with a camera. Nicely little detail camera. Of course, it's going to be black and white. And there's the back of it. Not much to it. And of course, a strap. Oh, put it right there. It does come with a crowbar. It's just your typical crowbar that we've seen so far many times, but it's just going to be white. And then it does come with a unique puck stand for the Batman 3 Jokers, which I actually like. Little details like this is why I like McFarlane, so thank you for that. Nothing on the bottom, but your typical puck. And then for Batman Who Laughs, it does come with these two, I don't even want to call them, but they are his, not knives, but whatever these are. So you got one that's more like a, what do you call it? I forget what it's called. Anyway, so you got a little detail on the handle. And then the other one's more like a knife or a blade type of thing. See that? And the Batman Who Laughs puck has, of course, Batman Who Laughs on it, which is pretty cool. I actually like this one compared more to the Three Jokers. Cool, little detail. I like that. Alright. Now let's take a look at each figure. We'll start off with the articulation for the Three Jokers one, the Comedian one. So, head articulation. Left, right. It's not the greatest, but it hits right there. So it's not the greatest, but it's fine. Up, down, oof. Not very good. It does hit right there in the back. You can see the jacket, so it's unfortunate. Shoulder articulation. Mine's a little stiff, but it does articulate. Bicep. Elbows. Wrist. Torso, which has no torso, and there is no swivel, so upper body or torso articulation, there's none. Leg articulation is very limited because of the jacket. knees, ankles, which is limited because of the pants, and toes as well. So overall, the articulation on this figure, I'll be honest, it's not that great. As you can see, very limited in some aspects of the figure, but though, I gotta say, it does make up for it regarding this figure and the paint. First off, look at this grin, look at that. Tell me it does not look creepy, just creepy smile. You got this cheek on there, then you got the painted eyes. I like how it's just one dot for the eyes, just looks so menacing. And good sculpture is on the face. Again, with a cheek on there on the side. You can't really see it too well because of the white and the light on it, but I'm telling you, you can see the cheek on there. Like the skin pulling back on the cheek. You got that little hair on there. Oops, there you go. Hairstyle on there. Very subtle. You can barely see it. Hair sculpture. And of course, black hair on top, white on the bottom. Then you got that nice hat on here. The fedora looks nice. You got the indentation on the fedora, which is little details like that. Appreciate it. You got that black belt. Every time I see a white fedora, I always think of Michael Jackson, the Smooth Criminal. Anyway, and I gotta say, this head sculpture just looks really menacing, creepy. Man, this is a good black and white figure. I'm glad McFarlane did this particular figure black and white. I say that because for the 3 Jokers, this is so far the only black and white. I know there's another one that has a green accent color. This is the only one so far that's black and white. And I gotta say, this looks menacing. You got black paint on the chin on there too. And then the body, it's just a very clean looking Joker body where it just has like a nice jacket. It has that leather look to it and feel to it. Obviously not real leather, but you get what I'm saying. You got the button on here in the back, which looks nice. And of course, the big thing for this particular figure, it's going to be the paint, where it looks like the base paint is going to be white, and then you have the black paint on top of that. I like how his black buttons on here. It looks nice. It stands out. Same with the belt right here, the button right there. I like that because it makes the figure pop. It's not just all white, and it really gives it more detail. Right button right there. So it looks really good. More of that white paint underneath right there. And again, it has this textured feel of leather. It's not real leather, but you get what I'm saying. Sculpture design here as well. You can see it on the wrist. Then you got the belt on there. Again, very sculpted figure. Even though it's just a jacket, but it looks really good. Inside here, it's going to be black. So inside here, it's going to be white. Inside, it's going to be black. So I like that. Then you got that black paint on there underneath. Right here as well too. And then on top of that, underneath the jacket, you can barely see it. You have a white tie with the black undershirt. Very simple, but it looks good. And when you have it all like this, it just looks really, 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 really nice. Very subtle paint, but it looks good. And in the back, it just pops. The whole one side black, the other side white. I like that a lot. Makes the figure pop. Even from a distance, again, it just grabs your attention. It's like, damn, what is this? And when you look up close, especially with the head sculpture, oof, just looks menacing and mean. I do like this sculpture design here. Looks like the actual belt's tightening up right here. You see that? Little details like that I like. And so, I gotta say, this upper body looks great. The paint job is really good. And like I said, I'm so glad McFarlane did this particular figure for the black and white because it just pops and it looks menacing. I'm telling you, this eyes just looks creepy. It looks really creepy and it looks really good. Then you got the lower body, which is very plain Joker pants, not much to it. Just black on top here, and right where the joints are at, right here on the knees, it's just going to be the color difference. So you got black outside, white inside, white outside, black inside. And in terms of the pants, there's not much to it. It's just regular, typical pants for Joker, which is fine, but I wish there was more to it. But again, this is just a repaint from the original one. And I'll say that right now, I don't have the original one with me, so I won't be comparing it to that figure, so you've been warned. But anyway, so the pants looks clean. And then you have the feet on there, which is fine, very plain looking. Feet, not much to it. I wish it was maybe painted, maybe paint this actual part right here white. I don't know if my camera can pick it up. Yeah, I wish this was painted white and then the shoes were black, or vice versa. I think it would have made the figure pop more. But you can see a little button right there on the side. And so overall as a figure, I gotta say, it actually looks really, really good. Good detail on this figure. I know the body's a bit simple because it's just a jacket, but I gotta say though, this color combination in terms of where he painted it black and white just looks incredible. And again, man, good looking figure. And so far, this is going to be the only figure so far that's from the Three Jokers storyline that's going to be black and white, and perfect figure for that. So far, I'm loving this figure. The eyes, just look at that eyes. Tell me, does it not look creepy? Now let's take a look at the Batman Who Laughs figure. We'll start off with the articulation. So left, right. You get a lot more left, right head articulation compared to the comedian. Up, down. Actually, it's more, which I like. But it does hit on the back right there, as you can see. But you still have some articulation. Shoulder articulation. Bicep. Elbows. Wrist. Torso is not the greatest. Oof. You hear that? Oof, that's not a very good sign, so I don't want to play with it. I don't want to mess with it. There is there is torso swivel. And there is leg articulation. Knees. Ankles. And there's toes as well, too. See that? So overall, the articulation is far better on this figure compared to the comedian one. Just the torso, just be careful. But good articulation overall. Now let's talk about this figure. Because as much as I like this one with the paint, this one well, you'll see what I'm saying. First, I've started with the head sculpture and paint. The head sculpture, Batman Who Laughs, it has a unique, weird look, and it looks menacing, especially that grin on his face. Look at that. Look at those teeth on there. Just black inside and the white teeth. Menacing and creepy looking. Then you have here paint on the lips right there. Then you have the cheek as well too. That's black. And then you have, of course, whatever he's wearing, the glasses, whatever they're called, black and white. And it looks really nice. Underneath, what I like about underneath is black, but on the top, it's white. You can see that right there. This is what I'm referring to right there. I actually did not notice that until now. Then you have white outside right here. And then, of course, inside is going to be, well, as you can see, black. And head sculpture looks like Batman Who Laughs. Like I said, very creepy and menacing, and just looks really nice with this paint. Especially that mouth. The mouth paint just looks menacing. Just, ugh. Have to be careful with them. I gotta say, the head sculpture and paint look incredible. Then you have the body on here. The body in this figure, there's a lot going on. We'll start off with the arm. The arm's just very plain black, not much to it. It just has like a kind of a long sleeve type of thing. Almost like it's all scuffed up. Not scuffed up, it's all bunched up together. Then you have here kind of like belts on here, and I like how it's actually painted white. Kind of painted white hands. And then the other side, it's going to be the same thing. Just plain arms, not much to it. You got the belt on here, and of course, the hands as well too. And then in the torso, you have this kind of style of belt also present in the center torso, as you can see. And of course, it's going to be painted white. I will say, though, it's not really white right here. It's more of like a light gray. You can see that perfectly when you look at the centerpiece and right here on the shoulder. The shoulder is more white. This is more like a light gray, which is a bit unfortunate because this figure is a lot more sculpted compared to the comedian one. This one right here. And I like that. But there's a problem, which I'll talk about in a bit. Then you got more sculpture design here in the arms here, or the upper arms. More in the back right here. More of this kind of like spike, whatever this is called. And you got, of course, the black and white. And there's the back of it as well, too. I do like how the jacket is all scuffed up, scratched up. Which, I like this whole aspect right here. I like that a lot. But you can see right there, it's just plain black. And that's my problem with this figure, is that there's not enough white. The potential is there. The detail and the sculpture design on this figure, it's there and it looks really good, a sculpture design. But there's not a lot of white compared to this one. This is just more of like, on the upper body, it's just a lot white, but then that's it. Look at the back. Not much to it, except for this piece right here. Perfect opportunity, maybe paint some scuff marks white. It's all good though, but overall the upper body, I gotta say, good sculpture design figure. I like the sculpture, but just I wish there was more of the sketch, more of the black and white. Does that make sense? Then you have the lower body, similar to the arms kind of style, also present on the legs. You got the baggy pants on there. You got the boots on there. I like how they're sculpted. But again, missed opportunity. Why not paint a little bit here? Maybe paint the buttons here to the side, or here white, make the figure pop more. And that's another letdown. It's just the lower body is just plain black, except for right here, the laces or whatever it's called. It's just white. But apart from that, everything else it's just black. And again, it's a good sculpture, don't get me wrong, but like, come on. If you're gonna pay extra $10 for this figure, you want at least more white. And that's my issue with this figure, is that even though there's more sculpture and better articulation on this figure compared to the comedian, the whole white paint is very lacking, and especially in the lower body, as you can see. This one, there's more black and white, and it makes the figure pop. This one, the head sculpture has a black and white perfect. Everything else is just kind of like, it's unfortunate. I still like the figure, don't get me wrong, but to me it's just like, come on, there's potentials there. You could have done so much more with it. Again, maybe paint the laces white, or maybe paint the buttons right here on the side white. Make the figure pop more, especially since we're paying $10 more, because the original price for this one is $20. Come on. But regardless of that though, I like the figure, even though it definitely has its flaws. So of course, the main question is this really worth it? Should you go out and get these figures? Let's start off with the comedian. For the price you're paying for the comedian for $30, I would say that one, I think that one's a good price for it. It's not amazing, it's good. One, the sculpted on the figure, or sculpture on the figure, is good. I like the original one. I definitely like this one. You'd ask me which one do I prefer. I prefer this one just because of the creepy white eyes, but they both look good nonetheless. And so for what you're paying for the comedian for $30, I think that one is a good price. Again, not amazing, but good price. Batman Who Laughs. As I mentioned, $20 the original one. This one is $10 more. Looks like you get the same accessories, of course, with the extra card stand. But unfortunately, though, the black and white, there's not a lot on there. It's just, it's missing more white on the lower body. And so for $30, honestly, I don't think it's really worth the $30. $25, it's more of like, sure, for what you're getting in terms of the card and the card stand, fine, extra $5. But extra $10 for what you're getting, I can't justify it. I'm sorry, I can't. Apart from the price, though, what I think about these figures, as I mentioned, the figures look great. My favorite one's going to be out of these two, of course, the comedian. Batman Who Laughs looks good, very solid looking figure, but just lacking on some white paint. So in conclusion, what do I give these two figures? I give it a thumbs up, but it's not really a high thumbs up. It's a thumbs up because this one keeps me engaged. I'm like, yes. This one is like, man, missed opportunity. They're both good looking sculpted design figures, but again, it's not a high thumbs up. It's more of like a low thumbs up because this one keeps me engaged. This one disappoints me. Here we have Batman Who Laughs, the Mortal Kombat edition, and of course Batman Who Laughs, the sketch edition. Obviously the two different figures. I don't have the original one because the original of this one is actually hard to get. Now it came out in 2020 and I don't have it. Sorry, but you can see similarities. And as I mentioned, the price. This one originally is $20. You can get it for like $10, I think now. So look at all that paint, right? Look at all that paint, the detail. Again, it's there for $20. Honestly, ask yourself this question. Is this paint worth extra $10? Yeah, you get the card and the card stand, but really, is this really worth extra $10? Here we have the comedian next to the, I forget which one this one's called, but this is more comic color palette, and of course the sketch edition. Both great looking figures. The whole three Jokers figures, they all look really, really, really nice. Simple, yes, but they look good and creepy. But man, I wonder what this one's going to be. Is this one's going to be, let's see, Entertainment Earth has the sketch edition. BBTS, I believe, has the Korean accent of the other three Jokers. I wonder who's going to get this figure, but a gimmicky from McFarlane or Gold Label. I have a feeling it's going to be Amazon with the whole glow in the dark, but only time will tell, right? Here we have Merciless, the Patina edition, and of course the black and white or sketch edition, Batman Who Laughs. The both of them are Batman. If you read the comics, you know what I'm referring to. But as you can see, the color detail on here, I like this figure. And again, for $30, look what you're getting for $30 for this one. Look what you're getting for this one. Like I said in this video, and I have a link to it. This one for $30, definitely worth it. It's a must-have. Again, for $30. Bigger than this one. Way better paint, better quality of paint compared to this one. So, you want to get this one now before it's gone. Just giving you a heads up. Since we're talking about the comedian, Joker, aka Joker with the camera, and of course a trench coat, you got to talk about, of course, Barbara Gordon. If you know, you know. I'm not going to say why, but if you know what I'm talking about. So here we have 3 Jokers, Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, next to the Joker, the one that created Oracle. I'll just leave it like that. I love this figure. Great looking figure. This is going to be the Amazon exclusive figure. Yeah, Amazon exclusive Bat Family figure. Great looking paint on the figure. Man, I really like this whole gold. I like it a lot. I wonder if we're going to get a gold, like, accent color figure. Well, only time will tell, right, with McFarlane. Here we have the Black Adam Walmart exclusive black and white Black Adam figure from the Page Punchers wave, and of course the sketch edition one. I say Black Adam because, let's be honest, not really black. As you can see perfectly clear what I mean. This one is white and black, black and white. This is supposed to be black and white, but it's more gray. And like I said, in terms of this portion right here, like this right here, this is more light gray. I mean, just look at it compared to this one. The colors kind of resemble here. This one's a little bit brighter, but you get what I'm saying. This right here on top is white. This is light gray. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you how a black and white Adam looks next to the other sketch edition. McFarlane messed this up. I gotta call him out. He messed it up. And I say this because if these were white, actual white, and I like gray white, just imagine having a whole entire display of black and white figures. Come on, that would look really cool and really badass. But it's not black. I mean, not gray. I mean, it's not white. It's gray. God, come on, McFarlane. If it's going to be black and white, make sure it's black and white, not black and gray. This is black and white. This upper body is black and white. This is black and light silver, or gray. Here we have both of them standing next to each other, and you gotta admit, this one's a far better looking figure for the whole sketch, black and white themed gimmick compared to this one. Yes, this one's good sculpted design figure. More sculpture on this one, better articulation on this one compared to this one. But I mean, this whole sketch, which one looks better? Just look at the side view. Look at that, right? Look at the lower body. Look at this. Upper body, okay, it's fine, but look at the lower body. There's nothing there. And like I said, potential was there to add extra paint here on the lower body. It would have made the figure pop more. That's why I said this one is more of like a disappointment. This one is good and it stands out. This one is just like, come on, McFarlane, you're right there. You could have just added more paint in the lower body, made the figure pop more. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with these figures? Do you plan to purchase these figures? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. This includes an overview of the comedian from the 3 Jokers line storyline and a Batman Who Laughs from the Dark Knight's Metal storyline. And on to the next one.